Welcome to Panther Sports, your weekly slice of boxing, past, present and future. We've been thinking about Inoue Nakatani, about guys like Floyd Patterson and Steve Cunningham, thinking on prospects like Nelvie Tiafack. Let's get into it. Christmas came late for boxing fans of the lower weight classes this year. The ring card featuring Inoue and Nakatani aired on the 26th or 27th of December, depending on your time zone. Both fighters faced Mexican opponents, Nakatani taking on the 20-0 Sebastian Hernandez, Inoue facing the 32-0-1 David Picasso. There were world titles on the line in both fights, but the real prize was a potential bout between Inoue and Nakatani in Japan, assuming both were victorious on the night. The headline is that Inoue and Nakatani won their bouts by unanimous decision. Now, while Inoue's win was comfortable and wide, and really so dominant that it likely created viewer disappointment by not ending in a knockout, we must give full credit to Picasso. He came prepared with defensive discipline and a calculated forward pressure. Inoue was simply too good, repeatedly finding gaps in Picasso's defence, controlling the action, particularly using the right hand to the body. I think many fighters would have crumbled to those shots. Picasso, however, gamely fought to the final bell. The judges saw it 120-108, 119-109, which are defensible and correct interpretations of the fight. The final scorecard read 117-111, which is certainly kind to Picasso. Now, Picasso will undoubtedly rebound. He has enough about him to beat most in the division. Intriguingly, commentary revealed he has a degree in neuroscience and aims to study boxing brain health in retirement. One man whose brain health won't have improved this weekend is Sebastian Hernandez. He took on Junto Nakatani, did nothing for the first 2 rounds but slowly creep forward and eat shots. From the 3rd round he started jogging forward, wailing punches as he went. Nakatani was very sharp in the opening 4 or 5 rounds, moving around Hernandez easily and landing vicious shots in combination. Hernandez was completely undeterred, and by round 6 this fight had become an absolute cracker. His forward pressure was simply incredible. For 10 straight rounds he relentlessly pressured the Japanese star, making him work very hard for every second of every round. Nakatani tried trading in the pocket, he tried angles and footwork stepping around Hernandez, he tried running and flurrying like Sugar Ray. By round 12 Nakatani was spent, one of his eyes was completely swollen shut, and Hernandez was continuing to plod forward, throwing in combination. When the bell tolled on one of the best fights of 2025, both fighters were truly spent. This was a razor-close fight, and one I would happily watch again. Thomas Triber announced 2 judges had it 115-113 Nakatani. The final judge had it 118-110 Nakatani, which seemed far too wide. This week in boxing history, on the 29th of December 2007, Steve Cunningham beats Marco Huck via 12th round stoppage for the IBF cruiserweight title. This was a tremendous bout that's well worth a rewatch. Despite being a world title holder, Cunningham may be most fondly remembered for this absolute howitzer of an overhand that puts Tyson Fury on the canvas. It was Fury's US debut, and this moment of jeopardy, precluding a triumph, would go on to become something of a hallmark for Fury. Floyd Patterson, the gentleman of boxing, was born on January 4th, 1935. Patterson was Customato's first world champion. He was 6 foot and weighed in between 180 and 210 pounds for most of his career. He was an incredibly skillful and agile boxer with a famously potent left hook. Patterson beat Archie Moore for the vacant title in 1952 and famously lost it to Ingemar Johansson via 3rd round KO in 1959. Patterson beat Johansson in 2 subsequent rematches to reclaim the heavyweight title before losing it to Sonny Liston. He battled back into title contention twice more, but was ultimately not successful as he lost again to Liston and subsequently Muhammad Ali by knockout in both fights. Nelvie Tiafack has been announced for the Kabayel Kanaiba undercard. Bronze medalist at the Paris Olympics, going out to eventual winner Bakadir Jalilov. Tiafack is 2-0 as a pro, 2 6-rounders, and both finished inside the distance. First up was Polish tough nut Jakub Sosinski, who came complete with face tats and one suspects a dubious regard for the social contract. The muscle-bound and powerful Tiafack showed the best aspects of his boxing skill and raw power in stopping Sosinski inside 2 rounds. It's particularly pleasing to see Tiafack's composure and variation of pace in his combinations. His right hook appears to be one of his better weapons, and he is very adept at modifying this punch to attack gaps in his opponent's defence. Next up was 5-0 Edwin Robles in Montreal, a promotional debut with Jake Paul's MVP. Robles looked a more classically trained boxer than Sosinski, but it made little difference. Tiafack's agile and quick footwork saw him bound away easily from Robles' offence. His own offence was again very measured. This is no simple heavyweight swinging hammers. He's calculating, preferring to only release power shots when an actual opportunity presents. At the end of the 4th round, Tiafack gets through with a number of clean power hooks to Robles' chin, and he does not appear for the 5th. Tiafack's opponent remains TBA at time of recording, but we should not expect a recognisable or competitive opponent. But hit up those YouTube prelims, get some early career Nelvie Tiafack in. Tell your friends before he's famous. That's it for this week. What do you think? What would you like to see? Let us know in the comments.